Pet Life Radio.
This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore, and I'm not catting around or pussyfooting around. I'm at the Texas Theater in Dallas. We're just minutes away from the fabulous Amazing Acrocats and the Rock Cats. That's right, a feline musical band, all orchestrated by the one and only Samantha Martin. The crowds are getting into their seats. We're going to give you a look at what it takes to assemble more than a dozen cats, most of them shelter rescues, who now strut their stuff on stage for a great cause, and that's to help local shelter groups. So more after we take this quick commercial break. So sit and purr. We'll be right back.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. And in our quest to meet some of the behind-the-scenes important people, next up is JJ Prestino. This dude knows how to steer all the cats in the right direction because what is your job, JJ?
I'm the bus driver.
All right. So how many days?
Since Sunday.
Wow, you've got a long record. What made you say, I would like to drive the bus for the Amazing Acrocats and Rock Cats?
Well, I love animals and I love what Samantha does, so I just, wanted to go see how to do it.
And where are you from?
Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, so how did you get the gig?
Me and Samantha actually connected on Facebook.
Okay.
And then kind of went from there.
So what did you tell her?
I told her I was interested in driving buses, and she said that she was looking for a new bus driver, so she said that she'd be interested, and she'd let me know some dates, and then she got in contact with me last week, and so I flew out.
It happened really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about the bus. What are you driving? How long is it?
It's a 45-foot Prevost with the car that we tow behind it, of course. I love it.
Do you like driving long, big things?
The bigger, the better.
And you told me that your family is a big animal lover.
Oh, yeah. All of our family is. We got horses, dogs, cats, anything you can imagine we got.
And what do you think about the show? I mean, it's entertainment, but it's also education.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what she does with these animals. I never knew, especially with, we just have lazy barn cats. I never knew that they would, do stuff like this.
Give me an example of one cat that really just surprised you on stage.
Well, all of them, really.
Uh-huh.
I can't just name one.
Well, let's look at Allie. Allie's the athlete, right?
Oh, yeah. That's a far jump. I'm very impressed with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
extremely
you jump
impressed.
that as far as Allie? So you're not going to be in the human Guinness Book of World Records?
No.
Okay.
No, not happening.
And coming into Dallas, you said it was a little tricky navigating, because sometimes you have to go down alleyways, right?
Well, the alleyway we pulled into yesterday to unload was extremely tight, so we did a good job.
How do you keep your wits about you?
Just got to stay calm and know what you're doing.
Yeah?
Yep.
And do you know the history of this theater?
Yeah, I do know JFK's assassin, Oswald, was hiding here when he was caught.
Don't you think this is a better show to have now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a favorite act you have that you've been watching them? Because you said you followed her on Facebook for a long time.
Since December. Yeah, I really like the groundhog raising of the American flag. I really think that's cool.
And he has a name, or
Garfield.
And what about Cluck Norris?
I never knew a chicken would, he would be able to play anything or, listen.
So how do you keep yourself going? Do cats serenade you on the road? Do they talk while you're driving? Or
no, they're pretty, everybody kind of is quiet, and I do my own little thing.
All right. So how far, where did you come from to the Dallas show? Where were you?
We came from Houston.
So it's about a 5-hour drive?
About 4.5 hours.
All right. Everything was good? Weather was good?
Yeah, it was great.
All right. So if you want to shout out to your mom and dad and grandparents, you want to say something special for them?
Hi, Mom. I made it.
All right. We're talking to JJ Pristino, which is like priest with the I-N-O. Did I do that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And thank you for being very good behind the wheel for these very, very precious cargo.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we're here getting set up. This is still the behind-the-scenes exclusive tour, what it's like to be with the Amazing Acrocats and the Rock Cats. And I ran into a gal named Kaz Ferns. She's from the Dallas area, and you're not a cat, but you're a cat lover.
Well, I'm an animal groupie.
Okay, that's good. I love that title.
Yeah.
And tell me, the backbone of this show is to be able to get local folks to help volunteer while they're in town, right?
Well, I think they do seem to rely on, word of mouth, people that have seen their show before, and when they come back to town, people will lend a hand.
So how did you even say, hey, Samantha Martin, I'm here in Dallas, I'm here to help you?
I first went to their show a few years ago in Fort Worth at Stage West Theater, and I was so excited. I could hardly sleep the night before.
Crazy, isn't
It's like when you're a little kid and you won't take off your shoes, and then you can't stop thinking about the parade the next day. So anyway, I went, and I got some shirts and stuff, and the show was great, and my friends and I we were just weeping tears. It was so funny. Anyway, I'd make sort of weird things sometimes. I'd made all these tote bags with my cat, Bacon.
Bacon?
Yep. And he's kind of famous. A lot of people in Dallas know him. Anyway,
Well, wait a minute. You're going to let me be as curious as a cat? What's the 411 on Bacon?
Well, Bacon's last name is Lee Harvey. So I had made all these bags, and what I had done is photoshopped Bacon's side profile, and then on the right is Lee Harvey Oswald's full-on mugshot. So I brought some of those bags to give to the cat ladies, and, it probably just seemed crazy, but hey, I'm not running a cat circus, so who are they to judge? And so we started talking and became friends, and then we, hooked up online. And so now every time they come back through, I try to help promote everything. And,
That's very nice. Now, if Bacon had opposable thumbs, he could be doing some typing too.
No, he's too lazy.
Too lazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's busy watching his shows.
And I know you shouldn't have a favorite, but is there a favorite of the Amazing Acrocats?
Well, sadly, Tuna passed away.
Tuna was the star. Yeah.
She was, but they're just all so hilarious. One of my favorite times is when Sookie goes shopping and she pushes that little shopping cart. And when we were unloading all their stuff from the bus yesterday morning, a lot of it was in big storage containers. And I opened one of them, and we're just all taking stuff out, and then Charmaine could tell us where to put things. And I thought I was going to wet my pants. I was like, I'm holding Sookie's little tiny shopping cart. And then
you better be careful with that.
And then, you pull out the little trumpet, and I was taking pictures and putting them online. And
so when you're not a volunteer helping out Samantha and her fine felines, what do you do?
I'm a picture framer. I'm also a pet sitter.
Oh, nice.
And I do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. I do cross-stitch and sell them online, and ill-behaved cross-stitch, I think.
Oh, I like that, because I'm ill-behaved. You should be ill-behaved, right?
Yeah.
I think we got a thing there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're talking to Kaz Ferns, and she's one of the many volunteers that come here. Wherever they stop, the Amazing Acrocats, they have a legion of volunteers, which I think is very, very important. That's a testament in itself.
Yeah, and I remember, so like I said, I've been friends with Samantha, the head of all this, and Polly that does all the marketing and promotions. So when I know they're going to a city where I know people, I'll tell my friends, you got to go see this. Tell them Kaz and Bacon sent you. And sure enough, they will. And I forget where they were playing. I think it was in either Chicago or Milwaukee or something. But I told some of my friends, and Polly messaged me back, and she said, man, you do know everybody. And I said, well, did they mention Bacon's name? Because that's more important.
Right.
She said, yeah, they did.
Well, we're very proud to have the pet parent of Bacon here from Dallas. I don't want to keep you because I know you got to get working. You got to earn your big no pay because you're a proud volunteer.
I got a little lanyard.
Hey, lanyards, that rocks too. But thank you for all the support you do for these cats because they're helping get homes for cats as well.
Absolutely. You know, she's adopted out over 190 cats now.
I know, and counting. That's the best phrase, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Cass.
Thank you so much. Very nice to meet you.
Up next is James Hart, a man who does many things. Move over, Martha Stewart, because some of your talents include...
Just building props for them and then help out with sound.
But you also have something with sparkles?
Yeah, they like everything to have a lot of glitter in it.
I mean, listen to the man's voice. He's saying the word glitter. He's wearing a what kind of hat you wearing? It looks like a trucker's hat. You got a nice beard working it, and the man is doing glitter.
Yeah, it's kind of like the boat flake, like a bass boat. She likes the glitter, though, so...
Well, tell me what got you interested to help out and be part of the Amazing Acrocats team.
We went and saw the show when they came to New Orleans a couple years back, so that's really all it was. And then my girlfriend started volunteering.
That's Missy?
Now, yeah.
I have a theory. Real men love cats. What do you think?
Yeah, that's right. That's about right.
So what's your feline friend?
What, how many cats do we have?
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, we take care of 10 outside. We got 10 feral cats outside because we live kind of there next to the quarter, but... And then we got 3 inside cats. So.
Let's do a shout-out to the trio.
Other Kitty. I got to name that one. And then there's Mia, and then Kitten.
I like Other Kitty. What's the 411 on that one?
She let me name it.
So what are you about to do? It's about 20 minutes before showtime. The crowds are filling in the seats. You're behind the audio board?
Yeah, just trying to figure out how to work the sound.
All right. So you're going to be doing is there a lot of catty songs?
Yeah, they got some just some different pre-show music, that's cat related.
If you had to say one thing to another dude about the best thing about cats, what would you say?
They're jerks.
The cats are jerks?
Yeah, cats are jerks.
But you love them?
Yeah.
You got to explain that.
No, they're jerks. That's why you got to love them. Cats are huge jerks.
All right. But they're sweet, right?
Oh, yeah, they can be.
Terms,
oh,
right?
yeah, they can be, of course, yeah.
Is there a favorite cat you have here at the stage?
I don't know. I like Sookie a lot, and I like Nui. Mm-hmm. I can't really say.
But they do amaze you, don't they?
I like the ones that are cool with me petting them all the time. So.
And you still, not with the claws retracted. Okay. All right, well, James, I know you got the audio board. You're going to be getting ready to pump up the volume in the theater. Thank you for everything you're doing for cats, because some of these are help cats get adopted, right?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much the whole purpose of that. That and, for people to learn the clicker training, get them to play with their cats more.
Yeah, so the cats aren't jerks.
Yeah. Well, they'll still be jerks. They're still cats. They're still going to do kind of what they want to do, but you can,
train them a little bit.
Train them a little bit.
It'll be their idea, though.
Yeah, it's like playing with them,
That's right.
Yeah.
James, you're the best. You're the most macho glitter man I've ever met.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
My name is Samantha. And this is Charmaine and Missy. But the real star of the show, of course, are the cats. And this is albacore tuna and ahi tuna. I was inspired to put this show together about 11 years ago when I noticed I did not see very many trained cat acts out there. And then I discovered why. Nothing teaches you humility like a trained cat act in front of a live audience. But I've learned so much about cats over the last few years. For instance, cats do not like balloons. They also hate clowns. I don't blame them for that one. And if somebody comes walking in wearing a giant blue bunny costume, the show will come to a screeching halt. They have more writers in their contract than most rock stars. Now, the other reason I put the show together was to inspire people to train their own cats, because you can train your cat to do everything you see our cats do. Or not do, depending on their mood, because they are cats, with something called clicker training. It is a type of training that involves positive reinforcement only. So if they do something that we like, we click and give them a treat and kind of ignore the bad stuff. It's a great way to bond with your cat. Give them mental stimulus, physical activity, and it can even save their life. You will notice throughout the show when we whistle, the cats return to their carriers. The cats return to their carriers. Wow. I'm set up in my kitchen. That is my kitchen table. I eat standing up or in my car. Because not everything does taste better with cat food. All right, and now I'd like to introduce our two rising stars. They're actually found right here, not here, in Texas, in Houston, Texas. We have albacore tuna and ahi tuna.
Albacore tuna and ahi tuna are a pair of white cats, young.
This is ahi.
And hitting the applause sign.
Albacore tuna. They've only been on the job for like less than a month, so be patient with them. Now, our original tuna got her started in showbiz at a very young age. At only a few weeks old, she did her very first job as the Nutramax kitten. A few weeks after that, a Petco ad, and then 9 months later, her first film was called Zeke. And she played the part of a killer cat. And she was that cat. These guys are not killer cats at all. They're very lovey-dovey. Original tuna would never approve. All right. However, they have been studying underneath her for the past few months, and they learned quite a bit. So I'd like to give you a little demonstration on what they've learned so far. So make sure you give them a lot of encouragement.
Applause. So one is hitting the applause button while the other one is jumping through a hoop.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com. We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to Oh Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. All right, you're like, where is the voice of Samantha? We haven't heard her. Well, it's a good reason. After the show, there was a ton of people lined up to meet and greet her and the cool felines and Garfield the groundhog and Cluck Norris the chicken. I don't know the names of the rats, but they're all stars. So we decided, let us have Samantha Martin get a chance to mingle with the folks that love what she's doing for animal rescue and Power of the Paw for cats, and said, let's just finish this show the next day. Now, folks, we didn't purposely call her at 6 a.m. and say, wake up, it's time to do the interview. We did give you a civilized time, an afternoon time, enough to give you a cat nap, right, Samantha?
Oh yes. I sleep until, like 11 anyway. So.
Okay, good. So this worked out well. So tell our listeners right now where you are and what's going on. Because it sounds quiet, but you're pounding the pavement.
Well, we're on our 45-foot cat tour bus.
Okay.
On our way from Dallas to Beaumont, Texas.
Oh, my gosh. And how's the traffic?
Oh, well, it was fine for a second, then all of a sudden there was like a slamming of brakes, and because something was going on up ahead, and so things, everybody kind of went flying for a hot second. But yeah, 45-foot bus doesn't really stop on a dime.
No. And fortunately, please tell the listeners you are definitely not driving during this.
Oh, no, I'm not driving. We have an experienced driver at the helm. So that the cats and I can rest in comfort, and it's usually a pretty smooth ride. And the cats, the cats seem to love riding in the bus. We have a cat hammock in back, and it kind of swings back and forth, and there's always cats on it.
Well, I got a chance to see your new tour bus, and you have a lot of things in there, and people, your staff, and the cats, but I got to tell you, you must have Febrezed it or something because it smelled good in there. I know you did the laundry, but so, for all that many critters, 2- and 4-legger, I was impressed. It wasn't a gas bus.
Yeah. We made it really easy to clean with the heavy, commercial heavy-duty linoleum that was put down, and, just everything was sealed, and we're diligent about cleaning the litter boxes, and because we feed them a high-quality food, there's not as much that comes out of them.
Right. The poop that comes out is actually perfect poop, I bet. Did you know that veterinarians actually rate poop on a scale of 1 to 7? So I'm thinking the Acrocats probably are about a 3 or a 4, which is the ideal type of poop texture to have. You never knew you were going to be talked about that, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that they rated it.
Yeah, 1's real runny and 7's like a stone, so you aim for the 3 to 4. Yeah. I'm sure you could work that. Can't you work that in your act somewhere about poop? I'm sure. No. You'll take a pass. But, folks, we were doing this show because we wanted to get sort of a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to put on a show with more than a dozen cats and other critters before a live audience. And you've been doing this since, 2009?
Oh, no, I put the show on back in, the late 90s.
Okay.
No, the early 2000s, I think. Because I've been doing it for 11 years. I put the show together around 11 years ago. And then I was training Tuna. Well, Tuna was born in 2002. So that's when I really started kind of working on training cats. And then I put the band together in 2003, 2004, put the show together 2005. And then I started touring 2009.
Well, when we were there, we were at the Texas Theater in Dallas, and you were getting things kind of doing a run-through before the crowd gathered. What were some of the things that you were trying to focus on? Because you've got some new Amazing Acrocats in your show, but they were all in their carriers and calm as can be. But what was some of your mindset? What were you trying to do before the doors opened?
Well, I wanted to check the distance with the platforms because we have our cat that does the leaping.
Yes, that's Allie.
So, yeah, that's Allie. If it's too far apart, then she doesn't want to do the jump, so I wanted to make sure that it was the proper angle and proper length for her to do her jumps successfully, and then just give her a little, reminder, warm up of a couple of the other things. And then I've got the new, the Tuna Protege.
Yeah, Ahi and Abacore.
Abacore, yeah, and they're still kind of finding their place in the show, and I was trying to determine who was going to do the solo part and who was going to run the applause sign. Although they both know all of the parts of the solo part, for some reason, Ahi Tuna, when she's on stage, just prefers to, work the applause sign. But I still wanted to try to work with her and see if, she was feeling differently that day. Or, but since they're new, all the, any practice that I can give them. And then we have a little Dixie that's kind of auditioning to be an Acrocat. And
she's only, 3 months old, 4 months old?
Well, yeah, about 3.5 months old, maybe.
Wow.
I knew that Jax was probably going to fail us, so I was prepared to bring her out to give it a try in case Jax just left, which Jax did.
Well, they're both black and white cats. Tell us about, I saw Dixie. Dixie seemed to have her game ready.
Yeah, she's very excited. There's a lot of energy. Since we also have the cats work in film and television, it's always good to have cats that look alike.
Oh, good point.
Because cats don't, they're not, dogs have boundless energy. Where cats, since they sleep 18 hours a day, they really don't have boundless energy. And especially if you're working on a film or commercial, you would need to have multiple cats for for the job that
Right.
look alike. And also because of the different personalities, because your sitting cat generally won't be your running cat, and your running cat won't be your affectionate cat. So it's good to have 2 or even 3 cats that look alike.
That's why I keep getting confused on which one is Ahi and which one is albacore tuna. Sorry, they look the same to me. They're both beautiful white cats.
Ahi does have the blue eyes.
Oh, I didn't look closely into the eyes. Okay, all right, that's it. Well, for the Hollywood set, then one of them would have to wear contact lenses, right, if they were doubling up with each other?
Yeah, or it would be profiles or, running from the back. And a lot of people don't notice either that the eye color. Like if you saw the movie Keanu, they used like 8 different kittens in that
Oh, they
movie.
did? Oh, I love that.
And if you watch certain scenes, the scenes where the kittens running through the street,
right?
That's an older cat. That's a cat that's probably 6 months old versus the 8-week-old kitten that were in other shots.
Wearing the headdress.
There was a size difference in a lot of those things.
All right. So inside you have I noticed on the tour bus, you were having the kind of covered with thank yous from some of the local folks that were supporters of you. So when you pull into a town, if you're a supporter, sometimes you got a little paw print with your name on it, right?
Oh, no. That's from our Kickstarter.
Oh, pardon me. Tell me what that is.
Yeah, we're still fulfilling our Kickstarter reward. So from a year ago when
we got the bus?
The bus was successfully funded, and then we got the bus. And we got the bus wrapped back in a year ago, March, April. But they didn't do it right. They got the color wrong, and it was all misaligned. So my plan was I was going to have the bus rewrapped. But they said, well, we won't refund your money until you take off the old wrap. And they wouldn't pay for me to get it unwrapped. And so as I was traveling and trying to find a place to get it rewrapped, the prices that I was looking at was like $15,000 to get this bus, $16,000 to unwrap it and rewrap it. And then I knew I was going to have to go back and try to get my money from the other people. And then we found out a bunch of mechanical things that were wrong with the bus. So I had to spend $30,000 on all sorts of repairs that needed to be done in order to keep the bus safe. So rather than, getting the bus rewrapped, which I'd hoped to do, and then getting the paw prints on, we decided the bus is going to have to stay the way it is, and I'll finally get the paw prints up for the people that donated $500 or more and collected that reward.
Okay, so that solves the mystery. One thing I'm impressed with you, Samantha, is that you get faced with a lot of challenges, whether of the feline persuasion, mechanical, whatever, but you're like a Duracell, man. You keep on ticking. You're like a Timex. You keep on going.
Well, it's what other choice do you have? I mean, I can't really quit. Quit, become jobless, and not be able to support the cats. And quitting isn't really an option. And I've never really been a quitter anyway. So I've had moments of I'll just crawl under a rock. But in the end, I always just get back up on the horse and try again another day. And everything always works out one way or another.
So how did you feel the show went last night? You seemed to have a lot of folks hanging out afterwards, and it was nice. People, you could smell popcorn in the room, and I think it was Wiki that was walking around with a beautiful collar that people were putting money in. You got a good front cat for that.
Oh, yeah. He's quite the charmer.
Yes. But how did you think?
I thought the show went really well. I thought the cats all did pretty well. A few cats wandered off here and there, but that's how they are. There's a lot of areas backstage that they go exploring in, and they always take that opportunity.
But you don't seem to get rattled. You're on stage, and I saw a couple of the cats go kind of in the little corner, and I'm like, oh, should I go after them? And you said no, you trained them. So what do they know to hear to know it's time to come back?
Well, they just decide to come back when they're ready. And Ossie somehow manages to find her way back, usually in time for her second trick, or third trick.
Right.
If not, I think we had to. Was it that show where we had to arrange it because Ossie didn't quite come back in time, and then she did. So then we had to, put her trick in at a later time because she was a little bit late. But generally, it's supposed to be fun for the cats and kind of free will. So if they choose to wander off into the audience or wander off backstage to investigate something, like forcing them to come back and abandon their curiosity, that's just not going to work. They're going to be like, rebellious cats are.
Yeah, but I think you're actually...
They'll flip you the bird and go do it anyway. So
give you the paw.
Yeah, exactly. Just you can barely see it because their toes are so close together. But you're just kind of at their mercy. They're stubborn. They're going to do what they want anyway.
Well, I think that's what is the beauty of what you do, is because you really are educating people about how cats are, and you're embracing them being all things feline.
Yeah, and it's not a perfect show, but I think that if you've ever seen some of the Russian cat circuses, their cats are much quicker.
Oh, okay.
And like they're like.
Well, we don't know if they're on any kind of chemicals, enhancers like the Olympics. I'm teasing.
It's just they have a different kind of relationship with their animals, just like they do with their kids. That's why they win all the gold medals, because they send them off to gymnastic camp at like 2 days old.
Right.
So they have a more of an animal professional relationship with their animal, where the animal just works. There's no like lounging around with their cats. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So that's why their cats they're strictly working cats. Where my show's compromised because my cats are pets. And because they're pets, they act more like a person's pet. And I think that kind of gives the person a little bit more hope that maybe they could do that with their cat, because, they see my cat stretching and grooming and not doing what it's supposed to do, and then all of a sudden doing something amazing. I feel like it gives them hope and some inspiration to give it a try with their own cat.
And I think that's the magic of what you do, Samantha, is you let them be cats and you give hope to others that, you're going to be able to find new ways to enrich the lives of pets. So I'm thinking you're in the tour bus. There isn't a show right now. You talked about having a hammock in the bus, but do the cats just what do they do while you're driving? What's going on? What do you do for fun when they're not on stage?
Well, I've got one cat on my arm, on my left arm right now, and another cat that's kind of on my calf, kind of half on my calf, half off, because I'm curled up in the bunk.
Okay.
So yeah, they're kind of relaxing, and there's a couple other cats up in the front trying to get Missy to give them some bacon.
Working it.
Yeah, they're working it. But some of them are just sleeping in their favorite place.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, we want everybody to know you can go to circuscats.com to find out where the next show will be in your area. It will be this is the Amazing Acrocats. They also have a group called the Rock Cats, which they play better than I do, by the way, Samantha. And anything else you want to let people know as far as what the cats are going to be up to?
Well, we'll be taking a little bit of a break because we lost the star of our show, my original Tuna, about a month ago to cancer, which is devastating to all of us. So I'm taking a little leave of absence to kind of grieve and kind of regroup because it's a heavy, heavy hit.
Right.
But we'll be back starting up the tour in the southeast area.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I know Tuna and my cat, Casey, they kind of had a romance going. Wherever you guys were on the road, Casey would get mail. I thought that was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope you can meet Casey. He's the orange tabby looking like Buffy, only he's more long and lean. He's got longest legs. He may even give Allie a chance for the leap, but probably not.
Yeah.
He's got the physique. Yeah. Well, we'll make that happen. Again, thank you for all you're doing for cats, because by having the show, you're also helping people learn that there's so many different ways to enrich the lives of our cats, and they want to learn and they want to have fun and they want to hunt. And you can definitely tell on your show, these cats aren't being forced to do anything. This is something you can tell. You found what they like to do. That's an art.
Yeah, pretty much it's basically what happens in my own home, in my living room, and I've just taken it onto the stage and added some tadas and some glittery props. But it's pretty much what I do at home with them as a great bonding exercise, and it's based on what their skill sets are.
Well, you do it well. Thank you again, Samantha Martin, for being on our show. And everybody go to circuscats.com and follow the Amazing Acrocats on Facebook and Twitter. And some of these cats, Oz, Tuna, Buggles, Jax, they have their own social media little preference, whether it's a Twitter or Facebook. So you got to check them out because they have a lot to say. I think you had something like MOL. What does that stand for?
Oh, meow out loud.
All right. See, they have their own little feline acronyms for the social media scene. So thank you again. And I also want to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for helping everyone understand and embrace how great our pets are. He produces all the shows on the Pet Life Radio Network. And until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.